British Prime Minister Theresa May is facing her biggest test. The Brexit deal has challenged the stability of her government. This week, Theresa May suffered a series of defeats. This comes just ahead of a crucial Parliament vote on Tuesday that will decide the fate of her Brexit deal. Heated debates continue in the British Parliament. The opposition is unrelenting in its attacks on the government.
Ministers are asking the House to vote for a deal which neither Leavers or Remainers are happy with, asking us to vote for a deal when so many crucial issues, notably security, are not yet clear, asking us to vote for a deal which could endanger not just our economy but our security going forward. The more you examine this deal, the more it becomes clear that this House cannot vote to support it.
The Theresa May government continues to defend the Brexit deal. They maintain their version of Brexit is in the best interest of the country.
This deal involves taking back control of our money, our borders, our laws, whilst also protecting jobs, security and our precious union. For the first time in a generation, we will be able to build an immigration system that is designed in Britain, made in Britain and serves only our national interest.
While there are several complications in the Brexit story, one thing is very, very clear. Britain is divided, and what happened in Parliament on Tuesday has made Britain's exit from the European Union even more difficult. The May government lost a vote. They also lost control over the endgame, and now the British Parliament is steering the Brexit ship. The cracks within May's own government stand exposed. Her own alliance partner, the Democratic Unionist Party, does not back the Brexit deal. The British Prime Minister now faces calls to postpone the Tuesday vote. A report in the British newspaper The Times claimed that ministers have warned May. The report says, and I'm quoting, "Delay or suffer huge defeat. Ministers warn the Prime Minister." But Theresa May has ruled this out. So what happens if she fails to get the Parliament's nod on Brexit? Our London correspondent Ollie Barat explains.
If Theresa May loses the vote on Tuesday, she could immediately resign, decide she's had enough of trying to get this Brexit deal done and that it's best for her to step away. She could also face a vote of confidence in her leadership from her own Conservative Party or a vote of confidence in her government levied by the opposition Labour Party in the House of Commons. So those scenarios could lead to a Conservative leadership campaign. They could lead to a UK general election. And that might mean, of course, that the UK would have to ask for more time from the European Union to work out exactly what it is doing. Theresa May would also have the option to, after losing the vote, heading back to Brussels and asking for some changes to the deal that she's already agreed with them. It's unlikely the EU will let her change much, if anything at all, perhaps some finessing of language that would allow her to bring some MPs along with her and try again in Parliament for a second vote in the House of Commons to get her basic Brexit deal done. There is also the possibility that a second EU referendum could be called. She could conceivably call that herself, and that would certainly satisfy some Remainers who want Britain to stay in the European Union. Some of those Remainers will hope that all this is so complicated that Britain will indeed never leave the EU. All the while, Parliament is flexing its muscles and hopes to take more control of the Brexit process. If Theresa May loses her vote next week, that would likely lead down a path towards a softer Brexit than Theresa May is currently envisaging. All of these scenarios and others are possible. No one knows where we will end up if Theresa May does indeed lose that vote on Tuesday.